Hey everybody. Morning. How y'all doing? I hope y'all are happy. So I woke up this morning and I saw this hat hanging on my closet. And it inspired me to talk to you guys about what is being happy. You know, I wake up happy every day. It doesn't matter what's going on in my life. And it's a vibrational frequency. It's not a state of mind. Okay? You know, I like really sparkly, glittery things. And these hats, you know, there's a pile of them. And there was, when I got to this one, I was with my parents when I was buying this. My dad said to me, he's like, well, if there's any word to be on a hat for you to wear, it's happy. And I've got some friends in my life. And one particular friend said to me, hey, man, listen, if there's any word to see on somebody's hat that people should be looking at, it should be the word happy. But most people aren't happy. You know, most people aren't happy. So how do you get happy? Gratitude. Being grateful is probably the quickest way to become happy. You know, we all on this planet have life experiences that mold us into who we are. But you are not your experience that made you who you are. You are the person that experienced the experience that made you who you are. And it was the experience of the experience, not the experience itself. That's a very big difference. And a lot of people get it confused in the headspace. Trauma, in whatever form you suffer it in or experience it in, is a great trigger to show you where healing needs to occur. And when you can work through your trauma by actually acknowledging your traumas and then working through the energies of your trauma, that's how you can reach happiness. You got to acknowledge what occurred within your life's experience and move on from that experience, because that experience is now in the past. And if you're still having that experience, a traumatic experience that is keeping you from being happy, you have to take steps in order to change that, to bring in what it is you need to bring yourself happiness. Now, what is happiness? Joy, right? Happiness is joy. So when most people can follow their joy, it's very easy to be in the energy, in the vibrational frequency of happiness, okay? But a lot of people may not necessarily follow that path of joy, because it's actually not that easy to do with the way the world is designed right now for the humans on it. What do I mean by that? Well, most people on this planet do not experience joy when they go to work to make their money that they need to have all these things that they believe they must acquire for this happiness. Okay? So the term light worker is thrown around a lot and used. And so for this intents and purpose, I'm going to call myself a light worker. Okay? And there's a lot of buzz in the spiritual field, in the spiritual world of, you know, other light workers who have done the work that say to other light works to inspire them, hey, Don't you want to break free of your 9 to 5 job and get paid for your spiritual gifts? Now, for me, as another form of light worker, I hear phrases like that, and I hear things like that, and I find a lot of I have a different perspective. The words I would choose to use would be, don't you want to step into your joy and your happiness so your gifts can show you how to support yourself financially in a job or a position where you make money that you love? The goal should not be to get paid for your gifts. Remember, I keep talking about energy. What's your source? What's your driving force for what you do? What's the intention behind your action? It makes a difference. You want to become seated at the right hand of the Father, I can show you how to do it, people. I really can. And what that all means. But here's the thing. You are not going to do it, and it's not going to happen for you if you chase the money. You got to not chase the money. And believe me, I understand we all need money. I'm a single mother. And I left my 9 to 5 world. I let go of the money. And I have not been without since. I may not have all the money I want right now because I'm in the process of changing my life. But I do have all the money I need. We are all provided for. You know, it's almost like these gifts people talk about, you know, I have them. And I'm a person that's actually used them my whole life. Didn't know what I was doing, but now I know. And I have never put money first. I have never put greed first, ever in my life. And my entire life, I cannot say that there is a day that I have woken up where I wasn't happy. I have never been a person that walked around being afraid of anything, really, except one thing. My one fear is to be raped as a woman, and it's because of my past lives, and I know why. But other than that, like kind of generational trauma fear or, past life fear, as a person walking this earth, I'm not really afraid of anything. I am not somebody who, my whole life, was a girl who fantasized about being a bride and having a white picket fence. I'm not somebody who, in today's world, has to plan for my future for 25 years. I don't know if I'm going to be here in 25 years, and neither do you. The fact that you think you need to plan for your future 30, 40, 50 years beforehand, for me, and my psyche, it's a very interesting way to live, because I know my life isn't guaranteed in 25 years. I know that I really only have today. Tomorrow is not promised, and yesterday's gone for all of us. Don't stay stuck in something that doesn't exist anymore. And don't propel yourself into a future that may or may not exist. All we all have right here is now. So what are you doing now to be happy? Only you can change that. But you got to acknowledge that. And then take the steps to change it. Listen, is it easy? No. But in order to change, you got to make some change. What do you want? We can all have what we want. The problem is most of us don't allow ourselves to have it because we've been conditioned to believe that life needs to be a particular way. The system. There's more than one way. There's more than 10 ways. There's more than 100 ways. The ways are infinite. You got to remove the cap on your mind space and preventing it from opening to see possibilities. the happier you are, the more possibility you will see for yourself. Because everything is possible. You just have to put yourself in the energy to be able to see it. And gratitude is the first way to do that. Be happy with what you got, and you'll get more. Be grateful for what you can see, hear, taste, smell, touch, and then you get more. It's energy. Unconditional love is the highest vibrational frequency possible, and you can love all things, everyone, everything, but have discernment and don't let it all into the temple. Your body's the temple. It's the house of God, your brain. The body is the temple of the brain. How do you take care of it? As above, so below, we were created in his image. So if God's up there, God's down here too. So if God's up there and earth is God's witness, the father and the mother, who are we? We are the children of the mother and the father. Act accordingly. Respect your mother, respect your father. You get it? We are all four elements. Combine them all to become the fifth element, which is water. In its original form is hydrogen, which is ether. So it is possible to not have such a downtrodden outlook on life if you pull your energy back to yourself and align it within your own joy, whatever that is for you. But most people don't really have that true sense of joy for themselves. And so therefore they're never really truly happy. Spiritual gifts just automatically show up as you raise your vibrational frequency. But you have to put yourself in a position to be able to do that. I can help you do that. That's what my readings can show you. It's really interesting how life moves for everyone when you give up the control and you just let go. And you go with the flow of how you're supposed to. You know, let me tell you something, people, and this really is true. When you're up there with the Creator, God, okay, and you create your life, because we all have a life path that is predestined as a soul. We do. And the goal is to just come here to live it. Stop trying to make it be something it's not. Allow it to be what it is. And if you don't like what it is, take the necessary steps to change it. It's really that simple. All through love, not fear. Fear is the opposite of love, not hate. Hate comes from fear, because if you think about it, if you hate something, if you follow that trigger, it comes down to you're afraid of something, or you're not accepting something, which is also another form of fear. It really does work like that. It's such a simple formula, yet the mind will complicate it because the mind has been conditioned to become something and be wired in a way that is not natural for a natural human being made the way God intended. I came into this earth plane always remembering who I am. But it took me to become an adult to actually understand it, seek to understand it, I should say, accept it, and then start applying it, which is what I've done. And I can show you how to see it, accept it, and apply it. If you want to ascend on this earth into another dimension, I can show you how to get there. But it takes work, and you're the one who has to do the work. But I can guide you through the work because I've done the work. I've done the work for the last 20 years. And I understand things in a way that is not conventional to the human mind the way it's been conditioned. I came here to change the game. I've never played the game that exists the way it is here on this planet. I never did. And now I know why. And I can show you how to win the game without playing the game. So, if you'd like to know more about me or my work, the information is below. Namaste. I love you. Have a great day. My goal is that you're happy.